Okay, guys, here we are. We're out here at the baseball game at Rolesville High School. They have an exciting year started, and we're excited to be here. Basketball season is finished up, and we're looking for some great baseball season now. And we're out here watching this game. I think they play Willow Springs today, I think. So hope they get a win. Let's watch and see how they do. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, so I'm here today with Coach Groves. He's the athletic director at Rolesville. He used to coach this team.
I did.
How many years did you coach this team?
I was the coach for 9 years.
9 years.
So
do you miss? This is your first year not coaching.
First year not coaching, and yeah, I do miss it.
I do miss
it.
There's
certain days that I do miss it, but there's other days where I get to go home a little early.
Right.
Then I'm like, all right, I get to see my family a little bit earlier, and but this is my second family out here, so seeing them and watching them play is still fun to watch. I keep up with them on my phone, whether they're home or away, to make sure see how they're doing.
So we just saw a batter hit the ball and it hit the umpire.
Yeah.
The second base umpire, and they called him out. How is that possible?
No idea.
I mean, you've been coaching many years, so what happened there?
No idea. I just rolled up a little bit ago and I saw everybody standing around, so I was trying to figure out what happened, but from the sounds of it, I thought it would be a dead ball, single, but they must have had some other
something other happened. Didn't it? So let me ask you this. So you feeling good about the team this year? But you feel good about Andrew, what he's doing?
I think he's doing a good job, and being a younger coach, he's finding things. Some things are not as easy as he thought it was, and some things are a little bit more difficult, and there's other things that he, I couldn't teach him. He has to learn on his own. So, but being a younger coach, he's faced a lot of challenges, a lot of adversity, and I think he's doing a pretty good job with it.
I think he is. I mean, I got to meet Andrew a little bit, and I even saw him some at football season. He's
he helps me out with the football, and
so
helps me out with other things.
So I think he is doing a good job. So tell the people before we close, what you got going on out here. And why should people come out and watch? It's quite a few people here today,
for baseball?
It's a good little crowd. So why should you come out here and watch?
Well, I'll tell you what, there's just really good baseball in this entire area. Really good baseball when it comes down to pitchers, hitters. I mean, I know we got a couple of people that are committed to play somewhere at the next level. We've seen some Division I arms, whether it was Broughton with Sam Harris, or if it was at Corneth Holders with Briggs McKenzie, who's going to LSU. So it's like we're seeing there's just a lot of good baseball out here, and it's fun to watch these kids before they get to that next level and before they compete at the next level. We've had many kids go on. Just a couple that coming to my mind that are playing at high level right now. Kevin Jones, who's playing at UNC Wilmington. We have Michael Buckton, who's playing at Sanford. So we've had some big names go through as well. Jordan Overton's playing at Iona, and it's not just our team, but other teams that we're facing have good players as well, and it's good to watch those guys play now at high school before they get on to that next level and possibly get drafted.
It's a tough league, ain't it?
It's very tough.
Tough league in Wake County.
It's very tough.
Nice talking to you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Appreciate you
Thanks
having
for
us
coming
out
out
today. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, hey, Tim.
How are you?
Good. Hope you're doing well.
Yes, sir, I am.
Nice to see you. Tim Baskerville, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, what do you do out here at Rolesville?
I'm an ISS coordinator here at the high school.
And you helping out with the baseball team?
Yes, sir.
What do you do with them?
Just, I received the money for the game. I've been doing baseball, lacrosse, JV. I've been doing a little bit of all, so.
So you're the banker?
Yes, sir.
You keep up with the bank.
Copy that.
Tell us a little bit about the team. How well are they doing this year?
You know what? I'll be so busy. I love baseball, but I'm so busy paying attention to the folks that's coming in. I know a lot of these folks that have been coming in, but other than that, then I enjoy what I'm doing right now.
They look pretty exciting.
They do.
They hit the ball hard, don't
Yes,
they?
sir. I like the chant that comes out. The chanting is funny that comes out, the little chatter. Hilarious.
So tell the people what they need to come out here and see the game. What they have
Just
to do.
to enjoy.
How much it cost?
$9.
$9?
Yes, sir.
And you come out here and you enjoy the beautiful weather?
Yes, sir. I love the sun. This is how I get my vitamin D, because I'm stuck in the classroom all day, so I love to come out here and get the sun.
And have a good time.
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, nice meeting you, Tim.
Yeah, very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me, you like coming out to the ball game?
Yeah.
Do your brother play or your friend play, or who you come out to watch?
Jason.
Jacob?
Jason.
Oh, Shayshawn, yeah. So is it fun watching?
Yes.
Does he usually win? Sometimes? Yeah. So what's your favorite thing about watching a game? What's your favorite? You don't know? You like being out here though, right?
Yes.
Well, it's been nice talking to you. Thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Thank you. All right.
Good job,
Well,
Well, hello everyone. I'm here at Rolesville High School with the new head coach, Andrew, and I'll talk to him a few minutes. So Andrew, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. How about you? Other than the little gloomy weather?
Good. So you're the new head coach at Rolesville High School baseball team.
Yes, sir.
Been head coach for a couple months now, I
Yep.
guess. When does season actually start?
Season starts February 14th is when the end of tryouts start. So then that next week we start scrimmaging and playing games.
Cool. Well, tell us a little bit about Andrew. Now, my understanding you went to school here.
I did. I graduated here in 2018, so this is a very familiar turf and territory. It's all pretty much come from when we had no seniors to a really packed school to where it looks like sardines in a can. So
what year did you start?
starting in 2014.
That's the second year.
Second year, correct.
You started the second year at Rolesville High School.
Yep.
So you was here from the beginning almost.
Mm-hmm.
So did you live in the area at the time?
Yeah, so I lived right around Triangle Town Center, right near that area. So that gives
Yeah.
a.
And you decided to come back.
I did. I loved it. I mean, it was very familiar. I wanted to go somewhere where I knew I had a decent job to be able to come in and knew the head coach, which was Coach Gross at the time. So I knew that me and him would get along well. We would be able to mesh and take the program up from here. And
So assuming you played baseball here.
yes, I did.
So did you play for Coach Groves?
I did.
You
He
did?
came my second year. So
Okay.
we had Coach Powell was the first year that I was here, and then he went to I think Southern Nash or somewhere in Nash County, and then Coach Gross came the second year, and ever since then he's just been building it up. So I'm trying to take the reins.
Now he's your boss.
Correct. He is.
He's the athletic director.
He
Moved up
is.
from baseball coach to athletic director.
Yep.
So you had to fill your boss's shoes. How's that coming along?
I definitely was nervous a little bit, but I think that he did a really good job of showing me, the right steps and the right things to do to be able to step into those shoes and continue the track, and instead of going downhill, stay on the same path and go up from there.
Well, tell us a little bit about your style. How do you coach? What's your philosophy?
My philosophy starts in the off season. Obviously, we got to make sure the kids have good player development, make sure defense, offense, work on swing mechanics in the off season, and then my philosophy is you got to get it any way that we can. We got to play small ball, bunts, steals, kind of more of the old school style of baseball rather than the new school. Just go up there, hit. Definitely want to still hit, but definitely try to play as a team, get one base at a time, and try to score, put runners in scoring position, and then score them from there.
So you said small ball. What is that for people that's not really baseball familiar with what you're talking about?
Small ball is more bunts, hit and runs, more like actual IQ of the game rather than just going up there and trying to hit home runs and stuff like that. So putting bunts down, sacrificing yourselves. Hit and run is where runner steals and the batter swings. Even no matter where the pitch is, they try to put the ball in play on the ground. So that way we can get the runner from first to third or possibly even scoring from there. It just makes the game move a lot quicker, in my opinion, and it makes things more fun and interesting.
So it's like more of a team ball.
Yes, correct.
You're playing as a team. Everybody got to play their part.
Yep.
About no heroes and no superstars.
There's heroes and superstars sometimes, but baseball is very, very much a team sport.
So what are you looking? This is your first year of coaching. So I guess it's all new. What were you looking forward to? What was your expectations?
I was really looking forward to being able to bond with all of the players and create that relationship like me and Coach Gross had because, like you said, I was a player here, and he did a really good job of kind of taking me under his wing, showing me, how things go and how it should be done. And I was really looking forward to being that, role model to these kids coming up because I knew I needed that growing up. So, you come through all different types of backgrounds with these kids. So you just kind of want to be that, rock and support and escape for them from reality. So that's kind of the most thing that I was looking forward to, and just seeing the players come from freshman year, little old Timmy, to senior year being, the person that they are, not just baseball-wise, but who they are as a person.
Right. Now, I know you mentioned it was more like a team concept, everybody playing together as a team. What is the big strength? Do you have any really great players that's going to go into college level?
Yes, we do. Our shortstop right now, Carter Da Silva, he's going to Concord University. We got a really good second baseman, Logan Daniel. He's a sophomore. He's uncommitted right now. And then Cooper Redfern, pitcher, first baseman, Zach Overton, our catcher. We got a lot of really solid guys, especially on defense. And they definitely have a really bright future ahead of them.
What's your weakness? What do you need more, pitchers or catchers?
Pitching, I think we're okay, honestly. I was kind of worried, especially from last year. We had Nate Hollenbeck and Daniel Boykin. Those were our two main guys, and Andrew Reynolds, our third guy. So losing those definitely was a little bit of a scare, but we had a lot of guys step up in those starter roles, and we really haven't had much struggle pitching-wise. I would say our biggest thing is situational hitting. Our guys know how to hit. They definitely can hit, but it's just knowing, the situation, what to do, and stuff like that. So that's the thing most that I'm trying to work on with them now is the situational and IQ aspect of the game.
Yeah, and you play in the 4A division,
Correct.
which is the toughest division in the state.
Yes, it is.
So what's that like playing baseball? I know. Some of the sports do really well in that high division here at Rolesville. What is it like for the baseball team? And also, I think in the area, the conference with Wake Forest and Wakefield, it's a pretty tough conference.
It's definitely one of the tougher conferences in North Carolina, I would say. I personally would rather play tougher teams. That way the guys know what it's actually like to, play guys at high level, because everybody wants to be a high-level player, but not everybody wants to put in the work to be a high-level player. So us actually playing, against those high-level teams that have had the, name put out there for years and years to come, has really shown, who we can be and who we, want to be here in the future.
And what do you want to be?
I definitely want to be one of those high-level teams that, when they see Roseville on schedule, they're like, oh, crap, we're definitely going to have to play our A game. So that's definitely what I want to move Roseville into.
So Roseville, baseball, they never won a conference championship since they reopened. Never did that. Is that something feasible, possible?
Oh, it's definitely something possible. This year we're definitely going to have to fight for it, but I think next year, especially with the young talent that we have, all the sophomores and some of the freshmen coming up, I definitely think that it is very feasible in the next coming years.
So how do you get the best athletes playing baseball at the school? I know the school was over 2,000 kids now, and I imagine half of those may be men or boys. So how do you get the best ones playing baseball? Or is that just a natural thing, or you have to work at that?
So some of it does come natural. I mean, baseball is not an easy sport that you can just pick up first, second year and come out and, be a superstar. Most of these kids that do come out on the baseball team, they've been playing for, since they were T-ball, little kids, middle school, some of them. But it's definitely a sport that you need years of experience in, especially at the high school level, to be able to succeed. But it starts, like I said, in the off season. We start in September. So we just try to get as many kids interested as possible, work with them on their mechanics, on the IQ, aspect of the game. So it's definitely, not something that they just come out and they're able to do everything all at once. It's definitely a working working sport that you have to constantly work in. It's definitely not like riding a bike where you just
Right.
stop and pick up whenever you want to. It's something that you got to continuously grind for and stay with it.
Right. I know it takes time to build a program.
It
If
does.
you want a program, you can't do that in 1 year. You have some good players in 1 year, but build a program. So are you involved with some of the rec leagues around town? Some of the, I guess the junior high baseball teams that's at the junior high schools. Do you involve yourself with them, or is that future plans?
This is definitely future plans. This first year, I was kind of just feeling it out, seeing what we were able to do. The first 5 weeks, we had something every Saturday. So the first 5 Saturdays, we were going 6 days a week. And I know that's when most of the kids work, so I try to not necessarily do all the Saturdays in a row. But I see a lot of other schools do, the elementary school events, middle school events. And that's something that I do want to do in the future. I just got to figure out, who to contact and what all to be able to do with that. So it's definitely in the future plans.
So when you're in junior high, middle school, I guess they call it now. When I was going to school, they call it junior high. But when you're in middle school, do you choose what school you want? If you're a baseball player in middle school, do you get to somewhat pick what school you want to, or is it?
Not necessarily. It's based off of zoning, where you live at. Some people do transfer out and stuff like that. I mean, we have people transferring to different schools all the time, but for the most part, it is just where you live. So you don't necessarily get to pick and choose. You
Right.
you get your cards handed to you, and you got to play with them.
So we don't lose a lot of the Rolesville kids to Wake Forest or something like that?
Some of them, since they know the Wake Forest name, they might transfer out and stuff like that. But
You want to change that?
yeah, I do want to change that. I want to make sure that all the kids that are here in Roseville, around Roseville, and go to Roseville Middle School come up to play at Roseville High School. It sucks that the Roseville Middle School disbanded their baseball team this year due to only 4 teams in the conference, so that it wasn't applicable for them to keep doing it. So hopefully soon they can start middle school ball back up.
And I guess as the years go by, the kids in the middle schools will get to know you more.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
they get to know the program. They may, want to be part of the program. So, what do you see, what do you see, and you actually played for Coach, athletic director, Coach Gross. What do you see different in your team and his team? What are you trying to do different in your team this year that maybe wasn't in the past? And maybe he won't get mad at you telling us about that.
In the past, I feel like we've had a hard time trying to get the team all involved together and be more of a family, and that wasn't on Coach Gross by any means. It's also on the kids as well. But I've definitely tried to make it more of a family-like environment, make sure everybody knows that, we're here to pick each other up, not tear each other down, even if we have to give constructive criticism. Listen to it, understand it, know that it's just for the betterment of you and the team instead of, just tearing you down and picking on you. And just creating that environment that people want to come to because, like the old baseball saying, build the field, they will come.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I want to do with the aspect, because you can have all the talent in the world, but if nobody likes each other, you may have a good team 1 year, and then after that, it just goes downhill. So.
Well, good luck with the team. I think it'd be great to have a great first year, and then we still got that to accomplish. So good luck with that. But we talked a little bit about the program. So what do you this year? I guess naturally, you getting to feel things. But do you have goals? Do you have 5-year goals, 10-year goals?
Yes.
In other words, do you want to? Is there some teams? Like I know in football, Rolesville started. The team to beat was Wake Forest. So are there some schools out there that Rolesville's never beat that you want to say, we need to beat that team to get our name on the list?
I wouldn't say never beat. Back when I was in school, we had a battle with Heritage and Wake Forest. Still have that rivalry with Heritage and Wake Forest now. And with Wake Forest being one of the top teams in the state, they're definitely that team that we want to beat, and we want to make sure that we sweep the series with them. But they're a tough team. They're solid. They They bring their A game almost every game, so we definitely are going to have to bring ours. But talking about 5-year and year goals and stuff like that, I do want to win conference tournament and conference champions, and then I want to win states, so and then go on from there. So those are definitely my plans as far as winning. I do want to also build a better facility, and I mean, Coach Gross has done an amazing job going from a chain link fence to having everything that we do now. So it definitely has come a really long way, and I definitely want to continue that trend with making the facility as best as it can be in an environment that everybody wants to be in and come to.
Yeah, I think facilities is important.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I'm not sure about the scoreboard, but I know one of the things you guys don't have is lights.
Yes.
And if you're going to play night games,
I know.
you got to have lights, right?
Yeah.
You got to have lights to play at night. And some schools play at night.
Yes.
So is it a disadvantage to play teams that are used to playing at night if you don't play at night?
I would definitely say it's a disadvantage, especially like I'm gonna just use Wakefield as an example. They have lights. They've had lights for a long time, and they were our first night game this year. And some of the boys, especially once it goes, that not pitch black time of night, when it's still getting just dark enough. It's once it goes over those lights, it's really hard to see the ball. So I feel like if we did have lights, maybe have a couple practices underneath them, it would definitely help out a lot. Mm-hmm. But, I'm sure as you know, if we were to get lights, softball would have to as well. And I know some of the assistant principals don't want to get them because that just means they got to stay here longer. But I do want to get lights. That's just in the long term. I had a great idea and still do, but it's got to be put forward. Contacting the electric company that does the school already, have them donate the lights or whatever it is, and then it's a win-win for them. They donate the lights, be able to write it off from their taxes or whatever, and then they get paid monthly from us using it or however that works. So in my opinion, it's a win-win, but we got to put that play in motion.
Yeah, and it's maybe something we can work together on at some point in time. I do know it makes a difference. I mean, when I was in high school, which was a long time ago, we didn't have lights, and I know when tournament time comes, a lot of those games was under lights because you got other places. You never could, if you weren't used to playing lights, you see it wiped out.
That's tough.
And is that the way it is today? Most of the tournament games, a lot of tournament games under lights.
I would say it just depends, honestly. I would definitely like the spring break tournaments and stuff like that. Some of the games are at night. You got we played at 7 o'clock over the tournament, 4 o'clock, and 1 o'clock. So you're definitely going to have night games throughout the season. It's not going to be a plethora of them where you're consistently under the lights. You might have, 3 to 5 or however many games under them. But for the most part, they're majority 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock start.
Well, good. And how many seniors you have on it? Is a lot of the guys this year seniors?
We have 10 seniors this year, so we definitely 10.
Wow.
Yeah, so we got a big group of seniors this year.
So you got to regroup next year then.
Yeah. Yes, and
well, you mentioned a couple. I've talked to you before. You mentioned a couple of your players that are not seniors, that are key players.
Yeah.
So you got them to build.
Yes, we definitely have a lot of young talent that I'm looking forward to seeing what they do in the next 2-3 years. So
how many baseball players do you have at one time? I think when I was in high school, we had 15 or 16.
So JV right now has 14 players, and then varsity has 21 players.
And are you gonna mix them a little bit?
So yeah, there's a couple of the JV guys. There's 3 JV guys that I bring up occasionally and have them play with us at varsity. But for the most part, my ideal number is around 18, 19.
Yeah, so that's 35 total with the 2 teams. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that big. So 10 with that number is not extremely bad.
No, not too bad.
Yeah. So that's cool. What else you like to tell us about the team? Where can people come and watch you play?
They can come and watch us play at Rolesville always. We have a website that they could follow at RolesvilleRamsBaseball.com. It's a Google site that we upload all of our stuff to. And we also have our Instagram page, Rolesville Baseball, that they could follow and see where we play at. It just depends. I mean, this week we play at Nightdale and we play Willow Springs here at home. But sometimes we travel to Fuquay, sometimes we travel to other areas surrounding, like Orange High School. I mean, that's one of the further games that we've had this year, about an hour away. South Garner as well. So.
Right. Well, that's good. Well, nice talking to you. If anything I can do for you, let me know. And we're going to be we'll taking some shots at the team as they play, maybe this week. So nice talking.
Sweet.
To you.
Nice
Thank
talking
you.
to you too. Thank you for your
Appreciate it.
time.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.